direct. I know him from these days too. Real legend in Hollywood. We nominations. He's shooting for land. He's shooting for. He owns this whole family, connects countries to trade in the United States. That's all he does. I mean, oh, you gotta get that. We gotta follow her. You gotta follow her.
Thank you. I'm loving it. Do you think? We got a brand new day. Say no, don't say what you're doing, try to do. Just let the music come from my soul, so I will not they got a brand new day, you gotta move your muscle. Brand new day, it's time to keep it shuffle. Here we go, we gonna show you hey. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. High kick, high kick, high kick, high kick. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Let me see you gonna jump. She's so funny. She's something else. There's a party. All right, everybody, we're back. Las Vegas Tribune News. Live streamers, we're back. We're back.
Sister Guinea, we didn't talk about the country where I come from. I was born in a family of 8, and I was number 6, but I was a specific number 6. You know, we have numbers, right? Today I'm going to talk about the woman in business.
You know I can dance.
You teared it up on us.
Numbers. Thank you. If people don't know about AGOA is the African Growth and Opportunity Act. And it was a piece of legislation that was approved by the U.S. Congress in May 2000. And it was made to help African countries merging, but definitely doing business with African countries in a different way. We can see how the AGOA could assist the economy in sub-Saharan Africa and to improve the economic relationship between the United States and the region. Meaning, we say that Africa is for 54 countries. Africa is 55 countries, as I said before, because we forget every time the Sahrawi state that has been approved, that is a state that exists near the Sahara and Morocco and Senegal. We made that we are 55. I was saying this morning that there are 5 regions in Africa. We are the 6th region. Meaning the 6th region
Okay,
in the
same thing. Exactly.
diaspora, we have 6
I
regions
have your
now
card,
in
but I'll
Africa.
take a picture.
And we, all of us who are African descent here, we are part of the 6 regions. Where the African Growth Opportunity Act and the impact of the AGOA.
She's a very
Now,
powerful,
the
very
AGOA has a certain time, I say 2020, 2000. We have been renewed several times by each president who passed before President Trump, who renewed the African Growth Opportunity Act too,
Dennis
and
Matthews.
made it possible for us to continue to work on the African Growth Opportunity Act.
I know two copies.
This legislation, the piece of legislation will end up in 2025, hoping they will renew it for different reasons. Why I'm emphasizing on that, because many of the countries who are approved from the African Growth Opportunity Act are not applying for this program. Specifically the French-speaking country, you hear me talking about French-speaking countries. The difficulty was to understand this piece of legislation because, first of all, of the language barrier, and second, because it was not easy to understand the verbiage that even me, I couldn't understand at the beginning, and not understanding how the legislation was working, knowing that you have to, the government has to be involved on this piece of legislation. That is very important to understand that, because in certain countries, the government is not willing to assist business owners to be part of the AGOA, definitely won't understand what it is. I see my brothers and sisters from Kenya. I know they implement the AGOA very well in their country. The English-speaking country benefit a lot from the AGOA. They knew how to implement it because there was a lot of education material, specifically in English, that they could take care of. They could learn about the AGOA, and many places where you have the government who is present, the U.S. government who is present, like with Prosper Africa, like the USA, are usually in English-speaking country. In French-speaking country, Portuguese, Spanish-speaking country was a little bit slower to start. And it was a commercial partnership between the United States again and the different countries. Next slide, please. Some of the top products, we can move on there. Some of the top products that all these countries benefit more about from, I saw most about the textile, the leather, textile, thank you. Textile, most of the time, products that we manufacture that are more there was gas, agriculture, specifically different aspects of it were energy, where people also can produce and make sure that they can trade their product to a country like United States and other countries. Meaning, to know and understand about AGOA is very, very specific. It's a very heavy legislation to make sure that you comply with the criteria. You definitely need to wake up a month before rather than waking up tomorrow. Meaning you really have to be ready and have everybody around you to teach you how it works. And again, as I said, textile was a major aspect of the AGOA because it's more easy to export textile than to export food, right? Than to export fish, than to export grain, because you know that you have to make a specific packaging to allow your product to come here, or you have to take it by container and also have enough capital to bring it to the United States, where you can bring it here and have also people in the background who are doing your marketing and connection with business owners. Like last month, it was last month that we went to the Ethiopia with the Ethiopian embassy, right? We have someone who say, I have a container of coffee at the port of Los Angeles that we need to make sure that this coffee will come in and to market it to make sure that it will be, people will buy it. You can sell it if you don't have the marketing and the people that you know who can talk to you and tell you, okay, let's do this and that, and guide you like a consultant, like coaching you on how you can spread it. You are just in the back. Knowing that Yo tengo mis amigos de América Latina, ¿a dónde están? My friend for Latin America is there. Latin American coffee is really competing with African coffee because it's closer. Even if the grain came from Africa, we know all that coffee came from. Who knows where the coffee come from? Ethiopia is a country where the coffee came and was spread all over the different continents. Even if it came from this place where you have coffee, in Kenya, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Burundi. I love coffee. I know all the country where we sell coffee. My passion is coffee. Meaning, yes, we heard all the type of coffee, how they cook it, how they made it. The one, el café, ¿a dónde está mi amigo? El café que se hace con la olla, that you boil. Coffee is something, it's a commodity, it's gold. However, if you don't know how to package it and bring it here, you will never pass. Meaning, knowing about that, next slide. The top product, we know that also seafood, poultry is a product that we can bring here. My country, Senegal, we produce a lot of mangoes. There are like more than, I think there are more than 50 types of mangoes, like in India. We love mango, the small one, the big one, the one that I bought at my store that is like this, and you have your all the family eating one mango, right? We have those type of mango. However, you need to know how to dry it, you need to know what the condition are. FDA is here. You need also to know how to package it. You need to have somebody here who will buy your product. And usually when they export it, the people who are benefiting from that are not the people who are cultivating those products. It is taken at the low cost and is exported at a higher cost, and people don't see that. Next slide. These are the list of AGOA products, and I can give you the slide, you can read it, and their performance. They are all those countries. AGOA, there are 5 countries that were removed last time. I know Ethiopia is not part of it anymore. I don't know if Rwanda is still there. I don't think so. They removed Mali. They removed last week because there was a coup. They removed Burkina Faso, meaning some country where they think that there is no stable government, they will cut the AGOA. But who are the people in the back? People like you and me, who are women maximum of the time, most of the time, who are working hard to export their product, and AGOA say no, that's enough, because your government is not doing what it has to be, what it has to do. Next slide. Now, what I say about business and the AGOA. We know about education. In order for me to read in English, I learned English in 6th grade. My first language is Wolof. My second language is French. English was mandatory. And my 4th language is Spanish. I read, write, and speak all those languages. So, thank you. You too. I could be writing a dry alphabet, and I can. But I can say word in like 32 languages. Because it was mandatory at school in Africa, I could read, write, speak, travel, and I have this level of education and the family where we were all equal. My brother and myself was the same. There was no difference between boys and girls. And even myself, if you look at my background, you will see that I worked in war zone with Doctors Without Borders. None of my brothers and sisters ever did that. I'm the only one who's crazy enough, how they said, to go and travel in war zone and work as a coordinator for Doctors Without Borders. Meaning in front of you have a Nobel Peace Prize, because we have the Nobel Peace. We were the Nobel Peace recipient in 1999. And as a black woman, going and being the coordinator in tough country like that, not being afraid, is definitely, I was having fun, to be honest with you, and training people to understand and having a lot of literacy. I'm a midwife originally. I don't do business, is not my profession, to be honest. I am a medical professional, is what I've learned. And what my parents told me, you can go on that direction, but not in this direction, right? But I knew no matter what, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to turn around to come where my passion is. Training people, connecting them, and make sure that people are educated. We know that girls in certain countries remain behind boys, at lower and upper secondary level. But whatever we do, the gap is still there. And if you want to do business today in some countries, you need at least to understand what business is about. Whoever learned business at home as lady, women, who learned how to manage money at the age of 18? Who can tell me? Who can raise their hand and tell me? You. Among all of us ladies who are here, is there anyone that your parents taught you how to do business before the age of 18? You. You. You are from where? Yes, you. A little. Here in the United States, myself, they didn't, no, it was not the option. We know that the option for many women, yes, is you finish school, you get married, you go up to the 12th grade, you finish, and what you do? Get married, have kids, take care of your family. If you are happy or not, that's fine until you die. All right? And your daughter take the baton where she left, where you left it, and she will do the same. Sometimes the girl say, I don't want it. The dad will say, you're going to marry this guy. We didn't teach her how to handle money. And what is important is to understand that it's everywhere, specifically with women in Africa, we have a situation where they drop class very early. They drop class because they have to take care of their kids, or their family, or their brothers and sisters, siblings. And in order for them to go further and do business and be able to take the AGOA, you see how complicated it is to make sure that they have this education, right? They don't have it. But you see, however, they are the ones in the market. They are the ones sitting and selling you food, selling you vegetables and food. But if they come together as a cooperative, as a corporation, and sit together, they can do much better. But how we all face the syndrome of imposter, right? We always think that we are not good enough, but then we continue to do the same when in fact other people will grow. Meaning to get into, for women to get into business is more and more difficult. And specifically today, yes, we don't have the same issue.
So today I'm turning
We
over
still
the
have
camera
this
and
issue
everything
remaining.
to this
For
one.
what
I
reason?
hope like
Because
the other
the
girls
more you go
get
out,
more
the more you
participation.
live in a world where you have a higher
Yeah, I'm concentrating on
competition
LC.
with other genders. Next slide.
Making real money right there.
Meaning, as I said, as girls, women behind boys, what we can do is to make sure that we are educated. Because when we say when you raise a man, you raise a man and his family. When you educate a woman, you educate the village. I'm not against you guys, I'm just saying. But it's a reality. Meaning because we're going to take care of everybody at the same time. Yes, there are scandals everywhere, but we know that when we have money, it's most about, oh, how can I pay my bill, how can I do this, how can I do that for the family, is the dedication. Meaning in business, we are the same. I don't want to have trouble when I do business. We don't want to have trouble. We want to make sure that we pay what we have to pay. We want to make sure that we are on track with the money, and we don't sleep. Yes, and save for the rainy days. That is very important. Meaning, if we train more of us, we have the capacity of moving forward. Next slide, please. Meaning, when a woman in general can become a great entrepreneur and is equipped to do so, be successful in business, require a number of quality and competency, not all of which can be acquired as I say, we didn't run at school. I didn't become a businesswoman to succeed in one time. My story, Jenny Smith, you know it. Mr. Washington knows it. She knows. I failed several times, starting business, stopping business, saying I'm not going to do that. Something you don't know, and you will see at the last picture. Myself, in this country where I have no family, I became 5 times unhoused, meaning homeless, because we lost everything by helping others and trusting others, but we still start over. And I am here standing in front of you, and it's a story. And you will see why I say the last picture. Next slide. Again, for us is to change, to make those change that we need to have. We need We need to be educated. We need literacy. We need to have our girls going to school. We need to coach them. We need also allies, because men, guys, you are our allies. We cannot do anything without you because you know how to knock doors and open doors, and we follow, or you support us on your shoulders, and we love that. It's a collaboration, collective effort, like Mr. Washington is saying, Baba. It's a collective effort. And we cannot say we are better, or each and everyone is better, or we are less, if we don't collaborate in this world, because we don't move. We know that. Next slide. And this is the day, but as I say, in Africa, women-led business are challenging tradition by diversifying into male-dominated industry. That's true. We know that. Meaning we have to work 20 to get 10. That's the reason why we work harder, we work longer, and we are like octopus. We have to take care of everybody, everything around. We need help. At the end of the day, we are here still standing and helping and pushing and make sure that everything is all right. Next slide. Meaning the opportunities in Africa, you saw it, we presented to you in different countries. I have been in 22 countries, working in 22 countries in 10 years. Latin America to Nicaragua, Honduras, and what people say every time is, oh, can you help? I said, yes, I can help. What do you want to do? Because I have an idea, but your idea, do you think that is productive? Meaning teaching to people who are telling us every day, I have an idea, but is your idea strong enough to make you being a business owner or wealthy? This is where we come and we sit and we say, okay, let's help, let's coach you, let's train you, let's make sure as a young girl you understand the dollars, you understand the money, you understand how you spend it and why you spend it. As she said, she was saying about clothes, if I buy one pair of shoes every 5 years is fine for me, because I don't need 10 pair of shoes, I'm not going to wear them at the same time. Meaning, this is how we teach the people how to use their assets and how to make sure that they are growing and being successful business owners. We don't say that you're going to succeed in one time. That's not true. That's not sure. But when you fail, we are here also to help. Next slide. Meaning these are all the different possibilities when you want to do a business here in the United States. These are all the bank and companies who can help you. However, it's kind of difficult to get through this company to help, to get the funding for that. However, there are funding aside that are not only from this organization and this company. Specifically today, in the United States, there are a lot of funding for women in business. If you go to a Slauson and Carson Resource Center, they have funding. If you go online with SBA, they have funding. The city of Los Angeles has a lot of money, guys. Not only they have a lot of money for women. I'm telling you, every day I receive the email of just one thing. I have one of my clients that is from Mali. He's a guy from Mali. He has jewelry and art from Mali. One reason why you get the grant that we wrote together, that I wrote for him, is because it was specifically for people who don't have English as a first language. In his story, he doesn't even speak French, he doesn't even speak a good English. Just by writing that he came from another country, he doesn't speak good English. He got the money. You just need to know how the words are, where they are at, and make sure that you tap on it. Mr. Washington knows me before for this reason. I got him money for a reason. He was just like, I need to do a training for my people. We don't have training for black people. Why? Oh, yes, I need the money. And we got the money for 4 organizations to get the money. He's also a matter of saying, oh, you know what? We don't speak English and Spanish as a first language. We need to have a translation and documents in Haitian. I am a business, I'm a translator. In Haitian Creole and in my language, you can get the funding. We say, oh, I'm a small business owner and I'm a woman, I need some funding, you will get the funding. Meaning, if you guys need links, I can send you some links. If you have business, to tap into the money. Some last time for the immigrant organization gave $500,000 from the city hall in Los Angeles. Others get 250,000, others get 100,000. But if you buy 1,000, 100,000, and 100,000 10 times, how much it is? Thank you. Meaning we don't need to run after the big grant, you can run after small grant, and multiple small grant can help you. Next slide. Why I put this picture is important because Mr. Washington is here. My daughter is in the middle with me is when we start in this country. We were, because of the family situation, we become undocumented. As I said, people who have no paper. But because of the situation, family situation, I become a single mom. Meaning my daughter was this age when I become a single mom. You can see her there with Congresswoman Carol Bass, you can see us with Councilman Price, that is a friend. We see us with, unfortunately, Alon is not here, John Kennedy from Pasadena, who's like a brother, and we assist the city. We grow like that by doing anything that we can. I was doing everything that I can to raise my child in a country that is not mine. Cleaning, washing, going to houses. I have like more than almost 20 degrees. But for the situation, the fact that as a woman I have to take care of my family, I have to do what I have to do. Meaning when I pass that time, you see my daughter in the middle, she's in the nursing school today, passing this period of saying we are resilient. We always work hard. Today we are citizens, yes, but we work hard to bring here, to come at this level. Nothing is impossible. And the sky, even the sky is not a limit. Meaning when people are saying, oh no, I cannot do this. Yes, if you cannot do it, ask. Always ask. How many times I ask you? How many times I call you in the week, Mr. Washington? Baba, please, you need to stand up. I need to.
All right. Mr. Washington.
Yes, was to tutor at school. Tutoring at school was like, it was like few, or no. Yes, Ellis School District is how I start with him. And every 2 or 3 days we call each other, hey, how are you doing? What do you need? What do I need? We are working as partners. Same for Queen Khalifa, she said that at the beginning. You always create your own family and your own marriage, when even if you don't have blood, people who are related by blood, you can always find someone and say, I don't know, can you help me? This is how we thrive, how we rise, how we become a business owner, how we can talk to elected officials, how we can move the goal, and how we can be politician in my country and politician everywhere, but also help people, lift them when you are at a certain level. Thank you very much for listening to me and listening to how we can do business. Ladies, let's start running. The race starts today, and thank you again for everything.